Good afternoon, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are sat in the Waking Sands because that looks very authoritative and official. And yes, I'm talking rubbish. Anyway, welcome back. We are carrying on with the main story. Alphanord, how are we doing? The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries. Good start to the episode. Nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defences and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgardsormr who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance. Pray that our fears are unfounded. Okay, so that was the tail end of the quest that we just did. I forgot to finish that one off properly. So yeah, we fought the dragon. We fought the dragon. And he confirmed that one of the brood had given the call. We've been stripped of the echo apparently as well, so let's see how that affects the quest going forward. Ere I forget, I believe Moenbryda has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our efforts to combat the Ascians. Pray inform her that our business with the Ishgardians is concluded for the moment. I shall be along once I've completed my communications with the Crystal Braves. Okay. Why can't you tell her? She's here. God damn it, these people. Oh. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Ascians are next on the menu. Let's head into the solar, shall we? Yep. Hi, Thancred. Hi, Ida. I haven't actually properly looked around this area. Anybody lurking in corners doing things they shouldn't be doing? I was once a warrior of light, you know. Everybody, hello, hello. Let's see what business with the Ascians calls us forth. That carpet's going to start getting very worn out, you know.
さて、源流ミドガルゾールムの件も片付いたし、今度は私たちの発表をさせてもらおうかな。アシエン消滅法の件で報告することがあってね。
何か手がかりはつかめたの？
そもそもアシエンが不滅なのは、この物質界で死んでもその魂がエーテル界に帰らず、二つの世界の狭間に逃げ込んでいると思われるからだ。
Oh, it's one of these.
そこで開発したのが
PowerPoint presentation.
エーテル体となって狭間に逃げようとするアシエンの魂を吸収して捕らえるマキさ。
問題は捕らえたアシエンの魂をどうやって消滅させるかってことだな。
肉体を捨て去りし魂を砕くは根源たる力の刃のみ。純粋なるエーテルの刃を生成し、エーテル体となりしアシエンにぶつけ追消滅させるのです。
だけどアシエンを形成するエーテルの総量、いわゆる魂の質量がわからない。そのためアシエンを切り裂くための刃をどれほどのエーテル密度で作ればいいのかも予想できない。
じゃあさ、どんな魂でも問答無用で消し飛ばしちゃう
I
よう
was
な
about to say the same thing, Ida. Just make it as strong as possible. Even if it's overkill, it still works. And then if you make it to the maximum capabilities that you're capable of, then you know if it's possible or not.
いいだ。以前ムーンブリダが説明してくれたのを忘れたのか。白成績にはエーテルを長時間保存できないって。エーテルは本来すぐに無酸するものなんだ。激しいエーテル放射と外的作用によって結晶化した物質。つまりクリスタルを除けばエーテルの保存はできないんだよ。
ありゃ、そうだった。
かといって持ち歩けるクリスタルの量には限界がある。アシエンがいつ現れるかわからないならなおさらだ。
アシエンの魂の質量が大飯ぐらいの万神リヴァイアさんと同程度と仮定しても、創造線を満たすほどのクリスタル量になるでしょうね。
しかもあの時は創造線に乗せた変属性クリスタルでリヴァイアさんからの攻撃をしのぐことに特化したからな。消滅させるとなれば数隻分になるだろう。
私たちが頭を悩ませていたのはまさにその問題だ。エーテルを持ち歩けないからその場で得る必要がある。で、取れる手段はただ一つ。大地に蓄えられた資源を使うのさ。
What, turn the planet into one big Ascian killing weapon?
もしかして地脈のこと？地脈を貫こうものなら大量のエーテルが溢れ出して、ここモードゥナのように一面が結晶化してしまうわよ。
いや、私が注目したのは申請したエオルゼアにおいてもっとありふれている資源。ズバリその変属性クリスタルだ。属性のバランスが崩壊しているとはいえ、エーテルの結晶であることには変わりないからね。
だがさっきも言ったように持ち運ぶのは限界が。
違う違う。変属性クリスタルを掘り出さずに直接エーテルを発生させるのさ。それさえできればエオルゼアの多くの場所で大量のエーテルを確保することができる。と、まだ可能性の話だけどね。相手はわからないことだらけのアシエンなんだし、試せることは全部試したいんだ。
I have no objections.
そうね。やれることからやってみましょう。でもどうやって変属性クリスタルを利用するつもり？結晶からエーテルを取り出すと言ってもそう簡単にできるものなの？
実はそのための薪を作ってみたのさ。周辺の変属性クリスタルからエーテルを抽出する薪。名付けてエーテルエクストラクターだ。早速こいつを試したいんだが、このモードゥナは変属性クリスタルが多すぎてどうも実験しにくくてね。失敗してここら一帯の属性を乱しちまうのが怖い。誰か実験に手頃な場所を知らないかい？
I'd say somewhere in Lenoskia, probably where the kobolds live.
では北ザナラーンはどうだろうか。
Okay.
あそこには中規模の変属性クリスタルがある。それにちょうど協力を願いたい事件が起きていてね。
アルフィノ、何かあったの？
北ザナラーンの帝国軍拠点
Oh.
カストルム・メリディアヌムに動きがあった。マーチ・オブ・アルコンズの際に魔道場が全壊し、兵力的にも大きな損害を出した拠点ではあるが、同盟軍の撤退後、カストルム
Let me guess, that's no longer the case. Reinforcements have arrived.
外角の復旧作業のため物資を求めて聖林生成所を狙っているらしい。本国からの支援が断たれた今、彼らも生き残りに必死だ。聖林生成所になだれ込めば泥沼の戦いになりかねない。クリスタルブレイブはこれより帝国軍の牽制に向かう。 だがいかんせん相手が大きい。暁からも力を貸してもらえないだろうか。
つまり落ち着いて実験をしたきゃまずは帝国兵を追い払えっていうこと？マキの実験を餌に賢人の手を借りようって魂胆かい？いいじゃないか、乗ったよ。私たちが力を貸した方が早く落ち着くんだろ。
I get the feeling you're trying to draw us into a fight. I'd like to be part of that fight.
アシエンはいつやってくるかわからないんだ。戦いが終わるまでゆっくり待ってられないよ。
くれぐれもほどほどに。あなたは昔から無茶をする。
そうね、ムーンブリダさんの言う通りだわ。わかりました。クリスタルブレイブと手分けして対応に当たりましょう。あなたは帝国軍の牽制を、サンクレットとパパリモもそちらに協力してちょうだい。
Okay.
ムーンブリダさんはイダ、ヤシトラと共に行動を。先行して場所の選定を進め、牽制作戦の終了後に速やかに実験が行えるよう準備をお願いします。
では私は別口で城成績の検証を進めておきましょう。
ええ、お願いします。それでは
He reminds me of like a light side Hojo a little
く
bit.
れぐれも無事に戻ってきてね。
Right, off we go. On another fool quest. So, are we speaking to Alpha Node in Mordona, or are we going to... Nope, speak to him here. 'Twould seem that events have once more conspired to rob us of rest and recuperation. Though I wish it otherwise, I must ask you head straight away to the processing plant. The 4th have already deployed to the area and await the arrival of the Scions. Wilred will brief you on the developing situation. Meanwhile, I must rendezvous with Captain Ilberd at our headquarters in Uldar. I shall take command of our forces there with a lighter heart, knowing that you go to support the front lines. Okay. Is the dragon going to pop up again now? Oh, no. Your duties take you to Northern Thanalan, do they not? We too must say our farewells to the Rising Stones for a time. Lamin travels to Uldar, and we shall serve as her escort. At my daughter's behest, I go to contact certain old acquaintances in the Gilded City. We are beset on all sides by civil unrest and imperial machinations, threatened by primal and troubled by dragons. We need all the allies we can muster. Many of my friends hold positions of power, you see, and it's my hope that they can be convinced to aid the Scion's cause. If past events have taught us anything, then we know that Eorzea must present a united front, or we shall fall. Too true, too true. Ah, how extraordinary that my little Lucilla is involved in such far-reaching affairs. I am proud that I might now stand at her side, not only as her mother, but also as a colleague. A colleague with influential connections, but I fear that Uldar has become a place of danger even for one so familiar with her streets. Ah, woe betide the blackguard that so much as glares in your direction, milady. What on earth was that? Ha ha ha. I shall be well protected, it seems. Shall we be on our way then? I think that would be for the best. Go on. Go terrify the locals. Just go! Right, now we can go as well. I don't think there's any more dungeons to do in this area, so... We've already done the Praetorium. That is Castrum Meridianum. No, there's no dungeons in this area that we've not already completed, so unless they're sending us back into one, I'm guessing this is a simple be here, do something quest. Willard, how are we doing? Commander Lavillier sent word that you becoming a veteran of your talents is most welcome. Not that I don't think we can handle the situation, mind you. I've learned a trick or two since that disaster with the Amalja. But returning to the task at hand. The Flames reconnaissance scouts have reported Imperial soldiers assembling at Raban's push. Such a force is likely interested in only one thing, getting their hands on the resources found here at the processing plant. The Gallians could begin marching on us at any time. Pray speak with Lieutenant Edelstein that we might coordinate our counter-strategy. In the meantime, I'll inform the others that you've arrived. No doubt it will be welcome tidings. Yeah, this is deja vu. I'm walking around the camp giving morale to people. I'm not a mascot. I'm the hero of light, goddammit. Lieutenant Kujin, my soldiers yet tell tales of your deeds during Operation Archon. Would that we could sit a while and reminisce about old times, but I fear more pressing matters require our attention. Civilian draftsman, you see, I've come across several highly suspicious crates within the boundaries of the processing plant. I had my sappers take a closer look and our worst fears were confirmed. These boxes contain powerful explosive devices. Devices of Imperial design, no less. By my order, the Flames stationed here are conducting a thorough sweep of the compound as we speak. Though it troubles me that we were unable to apprehend the Imperial spy behind this, I have faith that our men will be able to neutralise the threat for now. In the meantime, our scouts bring troubling news on the latest movements of the Imperial army. I would once again ask for your aid. We've been keeping a close eye on that Gallian garrison, and it would seem the Imperials have finally begun to mobilise. According to the reconnaissance report that just came in, the squads seen leaving the castrum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault and focus on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take the field to meet this assault head on. I have apprised your fellow scions of the situation, and I'm heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alian and lend your much welcome strength to the counter-offensive. Combat, at last. Glad to have you with us, Gaiko. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edelstein has explained, the Gallians have deployed a small force from Castrum Meridianum. Their main column assembles to the north near Dalaman's Talons, but we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached force free to raid the plant and pillage supplies. Not much of a strategy, but these are desperate men. Captain Ilbert. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bids you and your fellows come to lend a hand to the Braves. Pardon me. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble contending with all the Gallians might throw at them. Even you cannot be everywhere at once. The Third was getting restless holed up in Uldar, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defences and add their numbers to your counterattack. The reinforcements are welcome. We have enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. Aye, it would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much cerulean. Let's take the fight to the Gallians. A wise course indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. If there are no objections, the Scions shall join the 4th and give battle to this main column. You're with the 3rd then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. When you're ready to proceed, report to Lieutenant Yuyuhase, or Yuyuhase, or whatever. His scouts should have a rough idea where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. I should bloody well hope so. That's an impressive axe you've got on your back. Right then. Let's mount up. Lieutenant Kujin to the rescue! Pleasure to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you're around, and victories are wont to pave the road to greater coin. Now this detached... Greater coin? I'm instantly suspicious of you. Now, this detached force we've been sent to eliminate is split into smaller squads, the better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts, I imagine. We'll need to split ourselves up as well to cover more ground, and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. Seeing as you're an army unto yourself, I've assigned you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. This will be simple search and destroy. Rendezvous back here when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Yes, that's very cute. Got a dragon on my shoulder. Okay, let's go and search out these pockets of resistance and proper Darth Vader them. Come out wherever you are. There's one down. Next. That wasn't strictly necessary, they're not part of the force, but let's get them out of the way anyway. Okie dokie. Is that it? You seem grim, Scion. I'll take that to mean that between us, more than a few Gallians won't be making it back to the castrum. These Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Magitech horrors. It is time we bid this war-torn land farewell. I'll contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Alian know that the west is now clear. I'd appreciate if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Edelstein. I will. Lieutenant Gaiko reporting, sir. Or should I say, Lieutenant? We are of equal rank. Lieutenant Kujin, what news of the Gallians? The raiding parties are no more then. Excellent. The Amagina engineers will be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. Next. Ooh. To double check what I need. Anyway. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Alian has reported the sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Scions have already turned their attentions to other duties. All but one, that is. The Rogardian lady with the large axe. 'Twould appear she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but northern Thanalan is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. I will certainly be doing that. What the hell is she doing? Fall back! That's an order! What are you doing? Oh, you're messing with crystals. Of course you are. Are you
悪い
okay?
ね。そこで待っててくれ。もうちょっとで作業が終わるからさ。それかい？私の獲物さ。斧。私はもともと考えるより先に手足が出る性分なんだ。そんな私に学ぶ楽しさを教えてくれた人がいた。心配な幼なじみもいたしね。ほら、あいつまっすぐものが言えないだろ。いくつになっても変わらないんだから。
It certainly is. You finished?
よし、こんなとこだな。
よし!
Mm, いい感じじゃないか。この程度であれば周囲の環境を変えることもなさそうだ。見えたかい？変属性クリスタルからエーテルの光が立ち上がるのが。
I did indeed.
これを束ねて刃にする方法はまだ模索中だけど、このエーテルエクストラクターを改良していけば、ひとまずエーテル不足の問題は解決するはずだ。あんたのためにもとびきりすっごいエーテルの刃を作れるようにしてみせるよ。
Glad to hear it. Oh.
さすが光の戦士。この俺が悟られるとはな。
Who the hell is that? Oh, it's an Ascian.
まさかアシエン？くそ、私たちを止めに来たのか。
その入れ墨、英知の書家の番人シャーレアンの賢人か。ああ、なるほど。多少は頭が回るのもうなずけるというもの。
何を言ってるか知らないが、褒めてるわけじゃなさそうだ。
察しがいいな。ま、そいきり立つなよ。女は笑顔の方が美しいぜ。光の戦士、お前は俺の言葉が分かってるんだろう？なんせ超える力持ちだ。まったくお前には参るよ。ラハブレアに付き合って人に神を下ろさせたってのに、あっさり倒しちまったんだからな。だからそういきり立つなって。お前もやるか、光の戦士。ん？どういうことだ？お前から光の加護を感じない。
I don't have it anymore.
おいおい、まさかハイデリンに見捨てられたのか。こりゃ面白いことになったもんだ。光の加護を失した人ならざる者なんざ敵じゃねえ。この場で片付けるか。いや、今なら白包囲の野郎が言っていたあの杖をいただく好機じゃねえか。
Oh, do you mean...
思い知らせてやるよ。
Hang on, what staff are you talking about? Do you mean... Louisoir's staff?
消えた。一体何だって言うんだ。あれがあんたたちが戦っている上位のアシエン。それにしても杖を狙ってるだって。アシエンが欲しがるような杖、そんなものが。もしかしてトゥプシマティ、石の家に保管されているルイゾア様の杖。
Thought you meant that one.
だとしたらまずいぞ。石の家にはミンフィリアが残ってる。アシエンに襲われる前に急いで戻ろう。
Let's go. Don't mind me. Just leaving. Okay. Let's get in there and see what's going on. You're here. Master Louisoir's staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Quickly now. It's gone.
あなたたち。
Oh, she's got it.
光の戦士。いや、もはや光なき戦士か。やはり今のお前じゃ俺の侵入を拒むことはできないようだ。
どういうこと？
まさか知らなかったのか。こいつは笑い草だ。光の加護を受けた者がいることでお前たちは守られてたんだよ。この拠点だって例外じゃない。白包囲やラハブレアのようなオリジナルはともかく、俺たち天聖組にしてみれば光の加護の突破は容易じゃなかったのさ。ま、それもこれまでの話だ。奴らと違って俺は気が短いんでね。とっとと杖をいただいて次の次元悪界を引き起こす。
次元悪界ですって。やはりバルデシオン委員会の消滅にもあなたたちが関わっていたのね。
何をぐだぐだ喋ってやがる！
You've tried this before. It didn't work. Ooh. Oh dear.
しつこい女は嫌いだぜ。ああ、お前には通じなかったか。
That looks so.
なぜこの杖を欲しがるの？これはただの遺品よ。あなたたちが求めるようなものじゃないわ。
くだらない質問ばかり。お前、今まで何してきたんだ？名城トゥプシマティ。正確に言うならその杖に据えられた石板には特別な力があるんだよ。そいつと上等の角笛を組み合わせて使ってやれば周囲の環境から莫大なエーテルを集められる。あのジジイが 捧げるクリスタルもなしにどうやって十二神の神おろしを成したと思ってたんだ？召喚には祈りだけでなくエーテルが必要。これ基礎中の基礎だろ？
ええ、おかげさまで事情は分かったわ。だからこそこの杖は渡せません。
やれやれ、俺はわがままな女も嫌いなんだがな。だが下手に殺すと白包囲の野郎がうるさそうだ。
We gonna fight him?
面倒だがお前ごとさ
Or
らうと
it.
しよ
I don't know if you can accurately describe these people as gender specific or if they... I don't know. He's from another world, who can say? It's from another world, who can say? Oh, shit. I didn't expect that. Are you okay?
奴を追うんだ。エーテルの歪みはまだ消えてない。
I will. Go. Oh. It is a dungeon. Let's see how long this one's going to take. The chrysalis, was it? That one. It's a trial. Oops. A ruthless Ascian known as Nabrials has intruded upon the sanctum of the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, spiriting away both the antecedent and the powerful relic she refused to yield. Pursue the paragon through the dimensional rift and prize Minfilia and Tupsinati from his tenebrous grasp. 21 minutes! Good God. Right, okay. See you in a bit. Oh wow, okay, that was quick. Let's go. So I've never done this one before. It's going to be a nice new experience. Remember to save the LB. Don't know what that means. Oh, limit break. Ah, okay. I will let somebody else use the limit break and just you when it gets used so I know for future reference. Let's do this! What's happening? Whoa! Okay. Oh. Alternate orb colours. Okay. Thanks. Right, is this the orbs? What do we do? Alternate colours. That one. Then that one. Then that one. That one. Oh god. I don't understand the bit with the orbs. What do we do? What do we do? Oh, somebody used the limit break. do something good. Okay. So somebody had said that we were going to wipe there, but I honestly don't think that's necessarily the case. We seem to be doing okay. Hey, we did it! Look at all these people who've come to save you, Minfilia. Haha! Rachel Turnbull. There you go. Have a commendation. No loot? My thanks. That was a lot more stressful than I expected. That wasn't too stressful, actually. It was okay. I think she's gonna die. We'll just keep besting you then. Yes, go on, take yourself from our sight.
Ascian、あなたの魂はここで散ってエーテル界へと帰る。
Who are you gonna call?
Nani? 闇のクリスタルを使わせないつもりか。くそ、小尺な真似を。
Now do the thing with the thing. Yes. Not me.
Ascian ラハブレアを切った光の刃を。そんな、まさか、ハイデリンの加護を封じられて光の力が弱まっている。
こいつも起動してるってのに、わずかに。
He has a power rating of 5 billion.
たかが人が思い上げるな。俺は消えない。消されてたまるか。何度でも再生するんだよ。
I think we just made him mad.
マザークリスタル、ハイデリンよ、私の声を聞いて、私たちに光を、今こそあなたの力を貸して。ダメなの、超える力があってなお私たちの声は、願いはハイデリンに届かないというの。
あと少しのエーテルさえあれば。
ムーンブリダ、あなた何をするつもり？
そうか、そうだったんだ、ね。
Ah, did you use your own
ルイゾワさんの
aether inside your own body?
自分の務めが
That's what happened.
分かったんだ。死して希望を守る。これがルイゾワ様がこの地を訪れた理由。やっと分かったよ。
ダメ、ムーンブリダ、あなたには。
Ooh.
待て、やめてくれ。消える。嫌だ、助けてくれ。消えたくない、消えたくない、消え。
Not anymore, you know.
Moenbryda、嘘でしょ。そんな何も残らずに。アシエンは完全に消滅したわ。ありがとう。あなたは研究をやり遂げてくれたのね。
Oof.
このエーテルエクストラクターはムーンブリダさんの残した成果の一つ。
Every time somebody dies heroically, they leave a staff that we can just attach to the wall.
みんなに真実を話して落ち着くまでは。
You do that.
私。ミーフィリア、大丈夫？ええ、私は大丈夫よ。
北ザナラーンでの作戦を終えた後、ムーンブリダの研究を手伝うためにそしたらムーンブリダから石の家がアシエンに狙われて危ないって連絡が入ってさ、みんなで慌てて戻ってきたんだ。
お前も駆けつけていたんだな。全員無事でよかったよ。
Who's going to ask where Moenbryda is? You.
それでムーンブリダはどこ？
なんてことだ。自分の命をエーテルに変えてアシエンを。
すべての命は死してエーテルに帰る。その流れに逆らうのがアシエンなら。
ねえ、このこと ウリエンジはもう知ってるの？
He does now.
ウリエンジさん。
顛末は聞いておりました。月はかけ、正解の渚に消ゆ。さりとて天の巡りはやがて暁の日を導かん。彼女はシャーレアン本国において我が死ルイゾワに師事する同門でした。死は今と明日を生きる者のため知を用いよと教えました。その理想は知の集積者として歴史の観察者たれとする。シャーレアンでは異端。それでもなお我が師が同志を募りエオルゼア救済のため救世使命を作りしことはご存知の通り。そして死は旅立たれた。神々に愛されし地を救済するために。されどシャーレアン本国においては自ら歴史に介入した死を堕落者と呼ぶ声もあった。シャーレアンの賢人たる務めを捨てたのだと。ムーンブリダは死を信望していましたが、死はシャーレアンを去る際彼女に言葉を残さなかった。故に周囲からの批判に心が揺れたのです。死が本当に務めを捨てたのではないかと。そして彼女自身が務めとともに捨てられたのではないかと。
でもルイゾワ様は。
ええ、エオルゼアを守るという形で務めを果たされた。言葉を残さなかったのも己の定めを受け入れたがゆえ、愛弟子に他なる道を示したかったのでしょう。しかし私が事実を言葉にすれど死の心まではムーンブリダに届かない。私は彼女がエオルゼアにとどまるうちに死の心を知らせたかった。それだけだ。
Don't think there was much doubt left at the end. I wouldn't beat yourself up too much, orangutan. I think you were okay. I think you did the right thing.
ムーンブリダが決意したのは我が師ルイゾワの心を理解したからだと。
Yeah, she absolutely did.
真実とは
In fact, I believe those were her very last words.
求めるものにもたらされん。本当に良かったですね、ムーンブリダ。
光の刃はまだ不安定な状態。でもムーンブリダさんが命を懸けてアシエンを消滅させる方法を確立してくれた。彼女のおかげで私たちは前へと進むことができる。尊い犠牲を絶対に無駄にはしないわ。
ミンフィリア、私は砂の家に戻ります。失われし友の命を私なりのやり方で弔いたい。信じて待っていていただけますか。
わかりました。それはきっとムーンブリダさんの望みでもあります。よろしくお願いします。
Ah, the stuffy old scholar does have a heart after all. Never have I seen orangutan so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlean manor to celebrate Moenbryda's life and mourn her passing. I can't remember which material I'm meant to pick. Just 1 second. Right, sorry. Just had to stand up and get something. I did have this open on my sticky notes somewhere, but I can't be bothered out tabbing. Go for the critical. Critical! So, Minfilia wishes to gather the Scions and honour the fallen Moenbryda. As Moenbryda was a native of Charlean, I feel it only fitting that we gather before the mark of the scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Rathfrost? It is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There shall we pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. I don't even know where that is. Oh, it is in Modona. Right, okay. So today is the first day of my almost week-long holiday. Taking some well-deserved and much-needed time to basically just chill out, recharge and decompress. Today seems to be going by quite quickly, which I did anticipate, because when you have time off, it always does go quicker than you want it to. So I'm not really doing much today aside from recording and just chilling out. Tomorrow, heading into Manchester, I think. And we'll also be getting my microphone and mixer. So that's going to be good. This is where we're gathering. Is it just me?
ムーンブリダ、あなたの死を無駄にはしません。あなたはアシエンを消滅させる方法を確立してくれた。 奴らはもう手の届かない脅威ではない。だから私たちは前へと進みます。闇の使徒アシエンを滅ぼし、エオルゼアを救済する。それが守護者の一中たる私たちの使命なのだから。私たち暁の決命は必ずやり遂げてみせることを誓います。
Hello.
光の加護なくして闇のものを召したか。
Am I about to get my
なるほど。
Echo status
人
back?
は愚かなだけではないようだ。だが脅威の一つを払っただけのこと。
I hate that dragon. Back to the Rising Stones, I guess. Yep. I am so lazy. No, I'm not. I'm not using that to go over there. It is quite an impressive place, Revenant's Toll. It's always described as this, like, frontier town and, you know, a place of adventurers passing through and ragtag bands of would-be heroes. But it looks more impressive than most of the actual cities in this bloody place. Anyway. Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but little. Forgive me, as antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon. Yet I also believe the grief we feel now is precious in its own way, and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, Gaiko? I do. Entirely. Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast. Ouch. But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louisoir, Moenbryda, our fellows at the Working Sands. Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need to remind you of this, of course, excuse me. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If we do not rebuild our foundation, the foundation of my... if we do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve... If I do not... Oh my god. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Gaiko. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. You have my support, milady. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honour the fallen, the living forge ever on, towards the light of a new day. Ooh. What was that all about then? That seemed like it was going to be super important cutscene thing, but I don't know. That must have had a relevance. Maybe that part of the game happened at a moment in time in the real world where that phrase was meaningful. I don't know. Have you a moment, Gaiko? I believe Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favour if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Moenbryda's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Yeah, I will speak to her. We all need to support each other during this moment of grief and crisis. Let's make sure everyone's okay. Hey, what's up? Hey, it's Gaiko. Great. You don't have to be great. You can be sad if you want. It's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but sigh. It's just hard, you know. Yeah, I know. The thing is, I know Moen would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. Placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. Trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face it at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Yep, I'll do it. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rathfrost. I mean, I would have paid for it, but it seems like this is a personal, important task, so carry it out in your stead. Oh, yes, another piece of irrelevant yet slightly good news. There was a plug socket in my room. I can't remember whether I've talked about this or not, but every time I plug something into it, it runs off the main, so it's not like the main socket. It's like, it is on the wall, but it's not the main, if that makes any sense to anybody with any electrical knowledge. But yeah, every time I plugged something into it, if I pulled it out of the wall, or if I unplugged it, you'd hear this like pop, and then you'd get a wisp of smoke out of the socket. So yeah, naturally concerned about that. Today the electrician came round and had a look at the thing. There were no loose wires, but the amount of like debris and plaster and crap that came out of that hole when he took the old socket face off the wall. Jesus Christ, no wonder the thing was like making weird popping noises. It was probably touching all that crap. So there's a nice new plug socket on the wall now, and I have my heater plugged into it, and it's perfectly fine. Just thought you'd like to know that. Hopefully the house won't burn down now. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? That's a horrible combination of words to say. Ugh. They've got you running errands now. Snort. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? You heartless bitch. Sending the saviour of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously though, you best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that Ida lass I got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to. You can eat shit. What a horrible woman. Ooh. It's a pretty chocobo barding. It's an Alamegan barding and a sovereign barding headset. have your flower. Oh, yeah. Supposed to go to thingy. Went the wrong way. Also finished watching up to episode 7 of the Book of Boba Fett. I'm in agreement with some people who say that some of the stuff in it's cringy. The mods seem to be a point of contention. Not to spoil too much for anyone who hasn't already watched it, but when you come across the mods, you're either gonna think they're okay or absolutely hate them. I doubt anybody will genuinely love those characters, because even I just more or less tolerated them. But yeah, some people really do dislike those characters. But yeah, it's good. I still think it's a decent series, and I enjoy watching it. But yeah, definitely seeing how some of the stuff is far too Disney-fied for my liking. Rowena can be so annoying. Yeah, you damn right she can. I'd go even further. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. When I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Here it is. Often hung to rafters, trees, or other elevated locations to represent the celestial body and performing holy rituals to the goddess Menfina during daylight hours. Okay. It's not daylight. Sigh. Moenbryda loved these things, you know. I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. Well, she's part of the etheric life flow of the planet now, so I'm sure she's watching you right this second. What do you want?
奴が動いたか。
Look, if you're just going to show up and say random baffling shit. Okay. That's not a good sign. Yep.
私だ。聞こえるか？イシュガルドに動きがあった。至急、石の家まで戻ってくれ。
Oh dear, Ishgard's under attack. Do we have any new titles? We've got Icebreaker. Defender of Eorzea we've had for a while. Green Eyes, Gambler, The Unsevered. Yeah. Same ones, I think. So, I imagine this is the part where we can traverse to Ishgard. I'm guessing. It seems likely given that the Dravanians seem to be attacking, so that'll be our new stomping grounds, I guess. My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moenbryda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. We must hasten to stand around and listen. Here she is. The envoy is here. Hello again. Thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forgo the usual pleasantries if I may. Certainly, you come with news of the Dravanians. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and the battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Aemric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own, too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assaults. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it's plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Aemric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Well, I shall depart for Kurthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Eldar must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favourable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. Yeah, you'll kind of be like, can you help us? And they're all looking at each other going, are they fucking serious? But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies. In the event that your plea does not receive a favourable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Our demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured, I speak with Sir Aemric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request. Personal appeal to you. Yes, you've got it. Whatever you want. I'll do whatever you ask. Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgardsormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of a hero well. 'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Gaiko. I shall. Nope. Heretics. Or are they heretics? Who's this guy? That's Iceheart.
すべては人が犯した罪による因果が元凶。 ならばその因果必ず断ち切ってみせる。
She is a bit like a female Sephiroth, to be honest.
Sa, 気高き竜たちよ。長きにわたり運路を守っていた。 魔法障壁は消えた。忌々しき罪人の巣窟、コート・イシュガルドは目前だ。
Oh shit. Well then, let's get ourselves to Camp Dragonhead and see what the situation is. But that does not look good at all. I have this thing whenever I hold W, my ring finger goes down on A as well. So I end up sort of like skewing off to the left. Right, let's get out there. Still haven't got the Fat Cat minion from the fishing expedition quests that my retainer's doing. We've been at that for absolutely... In fact, I think we've been working towards that since the very first episodes. And what is this, episode 28? And we still haven't managed it. Ah well, we'll only keep trying. There is only a chance that you get it, and each one takes 18 hours to do, so... Probably not going to get it straight away. A couple of achievements we can do here as well. We need to get another 2 achievement points so that we can... what do you call it? Get the other mount thing, whatever it is, behemoth. Right, Alphanod, what's the situation? It seems I was the swifter Gaiko. Oh, fuck off, don't show off. You two, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place to find out what is afoot. Yep, I agree. Let's waste no time. What has happened here? Dyspeptic Dragoon. Heretic scum, how dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. That's the spirit. Trembling Temple Knight. Oh, they're Temple Knights. We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Okay. Tenterhooked Temple Knight. God. When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Bothered Bowman. He was very bothered. Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. It's our first line of defense. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Indeed. Alphanord. Everyone looks slightly perturbed. 'Twould seem the heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies, we chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned the heretics' treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at camp. Sir Aymeric awaits you. Alphanord says, let's go back to camp. And then disappears. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Harchfont will know where Sir Aymeric means to receive us. Back we go. So what now? Do we rush to Ishgard's aid? Or do we tend to the problems within our own borders? It is reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a simple misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. I think you're in love with me, aren't you? Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat with you in the intercessory. That's upstairs, right? Oh no, it's not. It's outside. I know where that is. Let's see what the crack is. Greetings, sir. Shall I follow you? Shall I show you inside? Please do. Aymeric? I thank you for coming with such haste and apologise for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphanord, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally. Estinian? Yeah, that's right. What on earth is this? Who are you? Oh, you're a dragoon. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon? An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of the Dragoons. They are formidable warriors, all. Yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons and may thus contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we've all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravanian share a common goal: reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation. Why can't I speak today? His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorised Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. Trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength. And then no wall or ward could we erect. We could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. Gaiko's like, I'm hearing voices in my head. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It's kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. They are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labour to repel? Oh, repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Something's wrong with my brain today, I swear to God. Nor does age rob them of their strength, though through the endless march of years the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, who can spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. Yes, I am slightly aware of that. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies, 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defences. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. Coincidence? You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with this creature, then? Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we've been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. It is a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candour. Why share such sensitive information with us? You know exactly why. I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle with the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, you only stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Gallians' arrival, that is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Ahem. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar, allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. Then the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafan's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Well, that is a fine mess we appear to be in. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavour will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Imric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I'd anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. And interesting they may very well be, but we're going to leave it there for now. We will continue next time with more Dravanian mischief, and we'll see exactly what role the Crystal Braves and the Scions will play in this coming war. But for now, from myself, Little Alphanord, Carbuncle, and the voices in my head, I will see you next time.